Hello, metalheads! Let's talk about metal, and today we are going to Finland. Talk about Kalmah again, melodic death metal band. Uh, their first album was released in 2001, and their new album was just released at the beginning of this year. It was really tough to do a top 20 of their best song. There's so many of them. They don't have any bad album. All albums are very good. At least I did a ranking of those albums on a previous video released almost a week ago. The band consists of Pekka Koko on vocals, growl vocals, screaming vocals, and solid rhythm guitar. His brother Antti Koko on lead guitar, lead melodies. Timo Lehtinen on bass guitar. Yanni Kuzmin on drums since the second album they will return. And also Velmati Kananen on keyboard. I want to mention also Pasi Iltula was the keyboard player for the first three albums, and also Marco Sneck that was in between. Let's start with number 20 of the list, and this is only song from their last album, their eponymous album. It's Haunted by Gil. Maybe I like this song more because I had the chance to listen to it way before all the other songs. It's so catchy, it's so reminiscent to the first two albums. I dig it. Outstanding melodies here. A lot of tempo changes. Great. Number 19, 12 Gauge, the title track of the 2010 release. Beautiful acoustic intro. It's an adventurous song. There's so many things happening. It's not that long. It's like 5 minutes 30, but so many things happen. Everything you want from Kalmah is packed in there. Listen to that. Coming at number 18, this is AIDS. This is the first song I've ever listened from the band, and I was so blown away. I was so much into Children of Bodom at the time. I was looking everywhere to find some other bands that is alike Children of Bodom, and when I listened this track, the first melodic riff of the song is so good, and then it kicks off with an grit melody and a freaking blast beat. I was like, whoa, okay, it's like Children, maybe even more intense. Great track. 8 can get better than that. Oh, maybe, yes, there's 17 other songs. Number 17 from the same album, Swamp Lord, debuted in 2001. Dance of the Water, my favorite mid-tempo song from them. Superb guitar playing, superb solo, a great outro hook. You need to listen to that song until the end. At number 16, this is another song from 12 Gauge. It's the second track from this album. It's Wanna Fail. Very intense, but also very melodic track. A great rhythm section in that track. Great riffing, fast picking. It's really nice, but over the top. You have so many good melodies, solos. It's awesome. Coming at number 15 from the 2013 album. This is the from the 7th Symphony album. This is Wind Lake Tale. One of their best guitar solo they ever made. Antti is all over the place on this one. Sweep picking is so tasty. Really, maybe his best sweep picking run of all the records. Coming at number 14, this is Defeat, taken from the 2006 album Black Waltz. It's a solid opener. There's a lot of dynamics into that song. It's taking you into a really intense drumming to beautiful melodies, to really deep growl vocals, a lot of tempo changes. Love that track. Coming at number 13, this is from They Will Return album, released in 2002. And Kalmah did that not a lot, but on some occasions on the first three albums, they like doing one really shreddy melodies, and we have like tremolo, half black metal, half melodic death metal riff on top of that. So you have both that are intertwining. It's so beautiful, so well written. I like that so much. The piano during the chorus, the little keyboard, is so beautiful. Passy Il Tula was so great on the first three albums with all these hooks, this beautiful keyboard solo. It wasn't always shredding, it was more find the best hook possible during the solo. Coming at number 12 from the same album is Kill the Idealists. This is the 6th track. It starts quite slow as an intro. You're like, okay, it's an okay song, and then it kicks off with a wonderful riff, incredible melodies all over the place. It's one after another, a crazy instrumental section, and like they do on a lot on their first album, they will very often like give us a new riff after the solo, a new melodic riff, and on that track it's just killer. Number 11, first half is closed with Cloned Insanity from the Swamp Song album. Maybe their best production they ever did. It's a standalone song in their discography. I think it's very catchy, it's full of fun, it's entertaining, it moves a lot. Really catchy song, one of their most catchy songs, truly. Now, the top 10. We are returning to the They Will Return album with the first track on the album. It's called Hollow Heart. Unbelievable exchange between Passy on keyboard and Antti on lead guitar. It's so melodic. They are completing each other like Alexi Leo and Yanni Wehrman will do in Children of Bodom. There's a ton of melodies in that track. Blast beats, what a opener! It's so good. Coming at number 9, this is Torda from the Swamp Song album in 2003. This is the 7th track. Great riff with kind of Eister. First album by Eister, there was a lot of great riffing picking, reminding me maybe a little bit of Slayer too. And that track is full of those kind of riffs. The drum is really nice on a lot of parts. He's taking all the riffs to another level. Really great job by Yanni on this one. Very intense drumming. I love that track. The chorus is so nice with the screaming vocal. Great. Number 8 from the Black Waltz album. This is the song Fine Rust. Unbelievably intense song, maybe their most intense. It's great riffing, but melodic riffing, and you have that chorus with the blast beat and the symphonic part of Marco Sneck on top of that, and the brutal vocal by Pekka Koko. It's just mind-blowing. That song could have been a little bit higher, I'm not sure, but it's so difficult. Coming at number 7 from the first album is the 7th song on the album, and my pick 7. Alteration. This was the favorite song of songwriter Pekka Koko. Pekka and Antti wrote most of the song back then. I know that on the last album it's more a collaboration. Antti wrote most of the song, but each member has at least one song. Alteration is just memorable melodies all over the place. It's so good. One of the most fantastic songs of the first album. Now we are returning to Swan Song, yes, and Heroes to Us, the opener of the album. It starts with such a great melodic part with pounding drums. It's slower. It's like almost we are going to war. It's becoming a faster track quite quickly after, and the bridge before the chorus is one of their best melodic part slash riff they ever did. Oh yeah, one of the top five at least. That melodic part is so memorable. You can find a lot better than that. It's just perfect. Coming in the top 5, number 5, The Blind Leader, 7th track of They Will Return. Another incredible Schaefer-like riff to start the song. It's a really intense song. That song had another name before it was on their demo just before the release of the first album. The demo is like in 1999. The song has another name. I don't recall the name, but it was quite reminiscent. But they reworked it, and it's even better. Blistering melodic guitar solo and that melodic line over the chorus. It's so simple but so good. How can you write such beautiful melodies? Ask MT Coco, maybe he knows. That's him. Okay, number 4, The Seven Swamp Farming. The title track of that album is so good. A lot of neoclassical influences. The instrumental section in the center of the song, it's so epic. Especially if you watch the official video, I think it was their best. It was quite entertaining, and maybe you'll have a surprise during that solo if you're like new to that video. One of their best guitar solo, obviously, and one of their most complete songs. There's a lot of things happening there, even acoustic guitar. Coming at number 3, we are going back to my favorite album, They Will Return. It's track number 2, Swamp Hell. Such a perfect song. They had so many melodies to for that song that they just like waste some of them. It's not wasting, but it's just they are putting a melody on top of another. There's a part in the song like after the 1 minute mark, something like that. There's a really upbeat riff that is starting. You're like, yeah, it's so nice. And then a few seconds after, you have a great guitar solo coming on top of that, and you're like, okay, it wasn't enough. The riff wasn't enough. They had to do such a memorable solo on top of that. So you can't get wrong with that track. It's just so beautiful. Coming at number 2 maybe will be a surprise for some of you, but I think it's such a fantastic track. It's called Doubtful About It All. That's the track number 6 on Swamp Song. That's my second favorite from them. Imparable, unique melodies, unique riffs, atmospheric chorus. It's very creative, that song. I think on that album they went a little bit more creative. They tried new things and it was a complete success. But it's still very Kalmah in its DNA, but just very, very nice. The top track from my favorite album, the title track, They Will Return. There's so many solos in that track, they are all exceeding all my expectation as a listener. Such an intense song, it likes taking you by the throat and it can't let go, man. And then, yes, in the middle of the song, they release you a little bit, and then there's a beautiful melodies with the keyboard and the lead guitar, and then a beautiful, absolutely amazing, even soothing keyboard solo. And wow, what a perfect way to close that title track from that fabulous album. Now, I'll go with some honorable mention because there's a lot, but I tried to condense that. Serve the Untrue from the last album, great track. Burbot's Revenge, second track from Swamp Song, incredible track. Hook the Monster with its very distinctive riff and very, it's there's a lot of fast pull-off in that riff. So good. It's from the album 12 Gauge. Also from that album, Ross Never Sleep, the first track with the acoustic part and all the build-up. Using the Word, the last track from the Swamp Lord album. It's a little bit repetitive, but it's so memorable. Who cares? Who cares? They play that part 4 times. Thank you. Okay, Bird of Ill Omen. I can't believe I didn't put that track in the top 20, but I'm sorry. It was like that. Maybe in 2 weeks I will redo that thing and it will be in it, but who cares? With Terminal Intensity from the Black Waltz album, incredible track. Dead Man's Shadow, my favorite track from the For the Revolution album, my least favorite album, but still a very strong album. Into the Black March from the Palo album, was about to make the top 20 also with Bird of Ill Omen, but it didn't. Scared by Sadness from the last album. Some songs from the last album are not in the top, but maybe in a year or two, when those songs will be will be listened to more. Okay, was hard, huh? Yes, maybe it will go on the top. I don't know. Next one on also Palo, released in 2018, Blood Ran Cold, a really cool opening track. And finally from the Black Waltz album, the third track, Time Takes Us All. So that's it. If you like that, you can like it, that video. You can subscribe. If you don't like, you can comment. And you can tell me what's your ranking of all those songs. It's so difficult. I'd like to exchange with you about that. Yeah, we can argue, but we will still be friends after, maybe. Okay, that's it for this one. Stay metal and have a wonderful day. Cheers!